Shalom. I'd like to say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kodesh. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, who are the true leaders of Israel today, and salutations to my Akim, who do this work in truth and sincerity, who are risking their lives and their freedoms to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen, but are not, by way of their forefathers' seeds, who are Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai. And the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as we're the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. This is your brother Akali from the JMS Jamaica Kingston camp, and this video is about the famine, alright, which is a part of biblical prophecy. This is 2 Ezra chapter 15 and verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. So the Lord hath said that the sword, the famine, death, and destruction are coming, which are plagues upon the world. And yo, man, we're heading very speedily into it, man. You know, in regards to all of these prophecies, the mark of the beast prophecy, which is that microchip, the prophecy of Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation prophecy, which that is tied into the mark of the beast prophecy, you know, and many more. You know, we're literally, we can see it coming to pass in its fullness very, very soon. All right, we have entered the doors of these prophecies, man. And yo, man, the way things are looking, it's feeling like, you know, Yahweh Shemishai has been building all of these prophecies for so many years. And the prophets of Yahweh Shemishai have warned you people for so many years, man. You know what I'm saying? That, you see, it's looking like everything's just going to be hitting in succession, man. Okay? So this is an article in regards to what's going on in the UK, in London. No milk or water, shortage of basics at London grocery stores. Shops are not getting products delivered to them as rules making it harder to hire EU citizens has left haulage companies with a drastic shortage of lorry drivers. All right. So this is recent, man, September 8th, 2021. Okay. It says, the London, United Kingdom, the supply chain troubles caused by Brexit have been so bad for Satyan Patel that the shelves of his convenience store in central London are seriously lacking water and soft drinks. Last week I ran out of Coca-Cola. I haven't had large bottles of Evian for 3 weeks, said Patel. Without products, there's no business. With empty shelves like this, no one is going to come in the shop anyway, he added. A wide range of businesses have suffered through shortages for several months in the UK, from milkshakes at McDonald's to beer at a pub chain to mattresses at IKEA. And even out here in Jamaica, man, I've experienced this. There is a place that I go to called Island Grill, and there's something that I get there, which it has been weeks now. You know, when I went there, they said that they didn't have it, and they didn't know essentially when they would be restocking on it or when they'll be getting it back. So they're like, oh, it's temporarily available, but they don't even know if it's really coming back. All right. These shortages are happening worldwide and they're trickling in. Okay. But shoppers are also facing empty shelves for things as basic as water and milk at UK supermarkets and grocery stores. Now, make note that the UK is a first world country, man. Okay. This, because y'all know, but has severely disrupted the global supply chain. But Britain's divorce from the EU late last year has exacerbated the problem in the UK. Shops are not getting products delivered to them as rules making it harder to hire EU citizens has left haulage companies with drastic, etc. All right, and this is something that the Prophet of Yahweh Shemishai has mentioned many times. It's not necessarily going to be that there isn't enough food, because the earth, even in the state that it's in this weakened state due to the rulers, you know, who are these Edomites, these so-called white people, even in this weakened state, man, the world has a surplus of food to feed every single person on this planet, man. Okay? So what has been mentioned several times is that it's not going to be a shortage of food in that kind of way, but that you just won't be able to get it because it's not going to be delivered. You know what I'm saying? For a lot of places, if they don't have deliveries come in for even a week, you know, going into 2 weeks to replenish, they don't have no food to offer, man. So, you know, the system is very fickle and it can truly just collapse at any moment. You know what I'm saying? Many people who returned to their home countries from Britain during have not returned. A cooperative supermarket group said it was impacted by some patchy distribution to its deliveries, but it was working with suppliers to restock quickly. The group said it was recruiting 3,000 temporary workers to keep depots working to capacity and stores stocked as quickly as possible. Where's the milk? According to recent estimates, the UK currently faces a shortage of about 100,000 lorry drivers. We had already decided to reduce our stock but now we're finding it's hard to get some products as well because they're just not available. At a supermarket near his store, the soft drinks aisle was a little short of bottles and cans, but other shelves were full. But 22-year-old sales assistant Thomas said the situation was grim. We don't have stock. We have nothing in our warehouse, said Toma, who declined to give her last name. We have gaps everywhere, she says. Sometimes we receive only a certain amount of some products. We don't even have water. The shortages began when the hit and got worse after Brexit came into force on January 1st. Right, so this is something that has been gradually building up. Some customers complain to supermarket staff and say it's us to blame, she added. At another major supermarket in southeast London, water bottles were sparse and milk was missing from shelves. Frozen food group Iceland and retail giant Tesco have warned of Christmas shortages. Iceland head Richard Walker said the company has reduced deliveries as it has 100 fewer drivers than it needs. Every day we are missing around 10% of the stock we have ordered into our depots. When things were at their worst, its sole bread supplier was unable to deliver to as many as 130 stores per day. Perfect storm. Shortages of goods in the UK will probably last for a while and may even intensify further, according to a note by Capital Economics, a research consultancy. A report this week from the Confederation of British Industry cited the Road Haulage Association as saying it would take at least 18 months to train enough heavy goods vehicles drivers to replace those who have left. Stock levels in relation to expected sales fell by more than 20% to a record low across the retail and distribution sector in August. Okay? So, road transport companies and businesses dependent on deliveries are offering bonuses and higher wages in an attempt to retain drivers, but the moves have raised concern that they could contribute to rising inflation, right? Inflation is something we're also facing, man. Okay? Ryan Conin, a 49-year-old project manager at a company in the City of London, said his colleagues often discuss the situation and the question of costs. Will they rise because drivers are paid premiums? He too said he had noticed shortages of day-to-day products. And this is where we're at, man. This is truly where we're at. And it's the UK. It's going to be America. It's going to be every single continent in this world. It's going to be worldwide. The famine is coming and... Yo, man, brace for impact because it's not going to be pretty for those of you who don't believe in Yahweh Shemishai. Y'all gonna face this famine, man, and this famine ain't nothing. It ain't nothing to play around with. You know, in the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 9, it says, "They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger, for these pine away stricken through for want of the fruits of the field." So it's better to die of the sword than of hunger, man. Dying from starvation is a horrible judgment, man. You don't want to face it, man. You really don't. But y'all people don't believe in Yahweh Shemishai, so guess what? You're just going to have to face these things. Okay, and I'm talking to you Israelites, man. You wicked, unbelieving Israelites. All right, 2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 22. The perfect scripture for this article. "And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, so all of your grocery stores, etc., they shall be found empty. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. At that time shall friends fight one another against another. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run," which also includes a shortage of water. So it's a famine of food and water, man, and it's coming. Okay, it really is. Brace for impact, man. It's not going to be pretty, because the famine is really what's going to get a lot of you Israelites acting out of control, man. And it's going to get so bad that cannibalism is coming. Okay, and in the time of that, we're heading into Jacob's trouble, which we already are in Jacob's trouble. If you read the times, if you measure the times diligently, as is said, the second Ezra chapter 15 and verse 9, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So chaos is coming, man. And when it is that there are food shortages and people don't have food, what do you think people are going to do? It's going to be chaos out there in these streets, man. And the famine is just one part of what will be going on. But this is just an update in regards to what is coming. This article is actually quite serious, and it's not just this news station that is reporting this that's going on in the UK. It is several places, as you can see right here, from all of these news sites, man. They're reporting this going on in the UK. Okay? So, the scriptures say that in the book of Isaiah, chapter 65, and I'll just end it right here. Chapter 65 and verse 13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. And that's straight to the point, man. All right, the servants of Yahweh Shemishai shall be eaten in these days. And to be honest, by extension, the elect of the nation of Israel will be preserved. So they will be fed as well in the times that are coming. But you people that did not take heed, good luck. So that I like to say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemishai Bashemaka Kwadash. Wa Abad Babal Shalom.